Just got your first load. Let's check it out.
Big score. I got a bonus dresser for only $10. It's not in that bad of shape. It's likely not gonna be a project piece. I don't find it that interesting. But it could be a quick flip. Open mouth, insert foot. And pay for the electricity that got us here today.
Yeah.
Look what I'm trying today because this isn't working. Okay, so here is the dresser in all its glory. It was well used, maybe not so well loved. Check it out. There are scuffs, there is tape, there is dirt. That's tape. It's a little fleur-de-lis type design action on it, shiny. Kind of makes the dresser look plasticky. And there are just very rough edges that I will be using Bondo for the very first time. These drawers aren't so bad. The top two were the only ones with that felt, but if you take a look, it really wasn't that bad. Overall, this dresser had really good bones. I am like everyone else who watches furniture flip videos, and I just wanted to use citrus strip, and I didn't know if this was wood or not, and turns out it wasn't on the top, and so I didn't get one of those satisfying peel it all off. This is what happened. And so I started sanding, and then this happened. Despite the air bubbles that were in this as well, I just knew I was gonna have to Bondo over all that, those indentions. First time whipping up some Bondo. Smells awful, wear a mask. And so I had to put this stuff all around it, everywhere. This is it dried. My Bondo party. And this is the first sanding of Bondo with my brand new sander that I just bought as well. Vacuuming it all up instead of getting it everywhere. And this is it smoothed out. Now you can see it's like the raw plywood or particle board, whatever that is, but it's actually smooth to the touch, and it was basically the best I could get it to, but it seemed like I could go ahead and paint over it and it was going to dry smoothly, and I think I did it one more time just to be safe because I just didn't want to chance it. So I moved on to the dresser drawers. I had to get this design off, and first I tried sanding it, but as you could see, it just wasn't quite coming off, and I thought about how the dresser top looked after the citrus strip, even though it probably isn't supposed to look like that, but I was pretty confident that I could take the design off with the citrus strip. And this is me on hold, hoping for the best, and it actually did end up working really nicely. So Bondo on the angle for the first time. I was pretty proud of this. Did it pretty well. It's kind of hard to tell, like, is this how it's supposed to look? But as long as it feels smooth. And it was so dirty. I don't know if I did this, but these little black marks were everywhere. So I used a magic eraser to wipe them all clean, inside and outside. And this was the first time I ever wrapped some drawers to spray paint. And I just happened to have this bag that fit around it perfectly, but there was only one bag, thankfully. And I was using the bin primer, the shellac primer, and I was hoping that this would work. Wouldn't that be nice if I could just spray paint it primed all over? But it ended up being really uneven, so I just opted to buy a big can of just regular primer. It wasn't too expensive. Again, I didn't want to spend too much money on this project. Ha ha ha, joke's on me, you'll see. Here's Jason. It looks great on camera, but it turned out really hammered. So look what I'm trying today because this isn't working. And it's probably because this is like not a paint sprayer. That was a paint stainer, and this is the TrueCoat 360 Cordless Connect. Hey, problem? Need help? Call that number. We should have called. Oh, cool. It all came out in one fell swoop. nice. Now these are nice instructions. I'm gonna eat my words again. Very colorful, clear. I think so, at least. Okay. The matrix done. I know what I'm doing. Okay. How do I do it? Pop it out?
I guess so. Or rip that thing off.
Rip this part off?
I guess.
Do not return to store. Used sprayers cannot be returned. Oh. There goes your idea. Let's hope we like it. Wow. Maybe that's from mine. Okay. 2 of these. This stuff.
Okay, step 1, insert 1 flex liner into cup support.
Okay. Done.
Done. Firmly tighten the cup lid into the cup support to ensure an airtight seal.
Like this.
No, not yet. I think it's just this part.
Firmly, what? What's in there? I don't know if it's airtight, but
I guess it is this, but seems like you would... Oh, maybe paint goes through the...
yeah, the paint strains through there for sure.
So,
So what they don't tell you is that this already came on here, so you're gonna have to take this off for this next step to make sense.
okay.
So take this off, 1A, and then step 2 is to screw it on there tight.
Yep.
Alright, it's righty tighty.
Insert the funnel into the cup lid, twist to lock, snap the strainer into the funnel to strain your paint as you fill the cup.
Feels like you're getting ahead of us, but okay, so put this in here and then twist it.
Yep.
Alright, it's snapped.
Strainer's air tube. Oh, so you put the strainer in. The strainer's air tube will prevent paint from overfilling the cup. Fill the cup as follows. Watching the funnel, not the cup, slowly pour paint into the funnel. When the paint stops draining down, the cup is full. Note, if the paint stops draining but you can see the cup is not full, use the stir stick to scrape the captured debris on the top of the strainer until the paint resumes draining.
Where's this stir stick?
I think it's that.
Can you provide it? Oh. Use this to do what?
Scrape the debris. Scrape the debris.
I think it's just like a regular paint stir stick that did not come.
Yeah. Remove the funnel strainer from the cup and hook on edge of paint can
At the edge?
with the drainer draining in there.
Like this? No.
Yeah,
What?
like this.
Oh, nice.
So the excess will drain out.
Startup. We did setup. Install the cup onto the sprayer as follows. Verify pump filter is installed and clean.
So I need to find the pump filter.
What's the pump filter? Okay, that's the pump filter. Verify pump filter is installed and clean. It is not installed, but it is clean. Verify pump filter is installed and clean. It's not installed. Is that it on
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's clean. Line vacuum valve with prime knob on sprayer. Is this vacuum valve? Yeah, that's what it's talking about. We don't know what we're doing, if we're doing this right, but the instruction manual is not very clear. Yet the video that is not a replacement over the instruction manual It is not very clear on this part either. It's just like close up, snap, snap, snap. They don't really show you how to, oops. Oh, I gotta put this in there first and then. Actually, I don't have to do that. You could strap it in first and then just lift that part up and it will meet the nozzle.
Tighten your thing here.
Okay.
Locked.
Locked and loaded. Reverse the spray tip. I have to sneeze. I'm allergic to misinformation. Tip plugged? Oh, it's a question. Is my tip plugged? I don't know. It shouldn't be because clear tip with reversible tips. Reverse the spray tip and spray into a waste area to clear the clog. Return tip to spray position. If frequent tip clogging occurs, complete the paint staining procedure. Straining procedure. See operator's manual for more detail, but don't. Just trust me on that one, just don't. So now she was saying to something in the instruction manual says to tilt this to the highest point, which that doesn't make any sense. And literally that's what they did. It's like the highest point. So squeeze and should be going like that, do you? Better? Alright, squeezing and oh, nice. Is that all it said to do?
Yeah, so far.
Release the trigger and close the vacuum valve. How do you know when there's no more air bubbles? Like those? Or, you know?
I think it was just.
I think we're just gonna give it a go.
Yep.
So I don't know how to tell if there's any more air bubbles. I just closed the cap, capped it, turn prime knob forward to spray position. Oh.
Now it's real.
So it's this side. That's how it was like not. So we're spraying it that way now.
Now it's loaded.
Point the sprayer into a waste pail and pull the trigger for 5 seconds to spray out storage fluid. To avoid pump damage, if the sprayer does not spray after 5 seconds, stop and repeat startup. I hope this works.
You ready?
Yes, this is heavy. Ready? Shoot! We've already primed it. We're like, woo! Eureka!
Feels amazing. TrueCoat, locked and loaded.
You look like the Terminator.
Maiden voyage.
All right, let's try it. Huh?
Yep.
You see that little like spot that's missing there?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's running vertical. There's this part of the tip you can turn. You see how narrow the lines are? I think he has it turned that way. It looks really great on camera. And this did turn out a lot nicer. It turned out hammered, but then it actually turned out and leveled. So we thought we were in the clear. Let's try this again. So for the past hour or maybe two, we thought maybe it was the gun wasn't on correctly. We thought maybe it's the paint, like the paint is just too thick. We just tried to water it down. We were just about to try to clean the whole thing out. We were watching the cleaning video, okay? And then we realized that there was a piece in there that we didn't have. And so we remembered that last time when we were doing the primer, we saw something like that, and I just walked over here where all the pieces were, and yeah, sure enough, we left this out. So now I think the damage is done, meaning that it has clumps inside of it, so we still need to clean it, and then we'll add this to it and see what happens. Ready, world? Yes! I mean, should we spray more or just make sure? I know I don't have a mask on. Last chance. Come on, baby. Come on. It's like coming out of the side. You saw it was coming out of the side? Dang it. Come on. Should I go for it while I got it?
No, I think we need more paint.
So what you are not seeing here, you see that line going across the dresser? It was just so caked and so chunky. It went on way too thick and I had to wipe it all off. Okay, this is what we're working with today. So I'm just gonna prime it all and I'm just gonna roll it. Look at this side. Anime, what did you do? So I was just too scared to spray it again, and I just decided this would be the best way. We somehow lost that little tip that we forgot to even put in the first time. The little filter tip, it's gone. We don't know what happened. Maybe we threw it away with the bad paint. $14. So before I get into the paint, I have to tell you about these handles. I didn't Bondo over the old holes in the drawers, so I either needed to use these handles again or find ones that would exactly fit. So I opted to use these, and I'm so glad I did because I had this copper paint that I loved and I wanted to try. And so now whatever paint I get needs to really go well with the handles. And I'm glad this kind of happened with the brown paint because it was so pretty in the can, but at the end of the day, it just was kind of plain, and plain is just not me. I thought about playing it safe and going with like a black, but if I wanted to play it safe, I'd just get a 9 to 5. Okay, so I'm gonna try this plum brown. It's like brown, it's purple. It's in the same family as this. It's hard for you to see the right colors because of the lighting, but nothing looked good in this lighting. I'm just gonna go for it. So this is what this color has dried out to, and it's pretty. It's definitely a purple, but it's also a brown, so that's what I wanted. That's what was in my head when we had the other color. You saw the other color, I think. It was a really pretty color. Plum brown. Hopefully you're not plum stupid. Look how pretty. You're just so pretty. Just want to make sure nothing falls off. Ooh, you are thick. This is an eggshell base with a sheen. Shouldn't be too shiny. It smells really thick. Maybe it's because I've been watching some whitewash, tan wash videos. The paint was super thin. Okay, even though it says it doesn't need it, let's try this one more time. It's still going down. So it says to pour it until it doesn't go down anymore. But it's still going. Looks about the same size as this pint, huh? And by pint, I mean quart. Paint can is half full. Oh yeah, I think it's time, finally. It looks so nice on camera, you really can't tell how thick it is. A little hammered.
That's how I looked before.
So apparently you spend 30 to 40% more paint if you use a spray gun. And I will confirm that because there's no way I could have painted that thing twice with this little cork if I were hand painting. So I think I'm always gonna dilute the paint a little bit, you know? Get my money's worth. Make the paint stretch like it's made out of latex. Yeah, yeah. And it came out speckled and I had to touch it up, and this has been a recurring thing. Good morning, good morning. So this is kind of a weird lighting, but I just wanted to show you it's completely dry and you see it's pretty hammered. Like, I mean, that's gonna have to, I'm getting ready to sand it. I mean, it still feels a little, it just feels freshly painted. I mean, it's definitely dry, but you know that sticky feeling. But you see the texture? It looks worse through here, but overall, I mean, it looks really good and even, like the paint leveled itself. But I am gonna go over it with some like 220 grit, maybe something even finer, and just see if I can smooth it out. And boy, did I regret this. So I ended up sanding it like they say you should in between coats, and this is what happened. It scuffed it up and it stayed that way. Maybe it's just the cheap paint. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna use the tiniest bit, the thinnest bit of paint, and I'm just gonna roll over it a tiny thin coat. It's lumpy. I mean, it's not lumpy, it's just, you see that? It's like, and this looks way lighter on this. Now you can see it. That looks way worse on camera than it does in person, but so I'm gonna roll it one more time. I'm gonna roll it with as much paint as I have. Make a really thick roll. I don't want to spray it again, and that's all I can think to do this time. So this actually worked really well. I just used a thick coat of paint and rolled it on because I was scared of spraying again, and as you see, the plants are in the garage. It froze in Texas. I finally got it painted, and now it was time for a top coat. pinch and pull. Well, after 2 minutes of shaking it and pinching and I'm pulling, I gotta go get some help. I don't know, there's something obviously wrong with it. How about you want to hold it and I'll squeeze it and pull it? God. Pinch and pull. There it goes. Ah! All right, let's do it. Shake this for 2 minutes. I'm gonna hold it 12 inches away. That's good enough, huh? I guess I'll paint this side. The never-ending dresser. This needs to get out. Should I paint it or should I just spray it?
Just touch it up.
There's just tiny specks of white, and it could be from the roller, but see, this part wasn't rolled. Could be something that just got on this, but I mean, this is what we saw in the beginning, remember? These tiny specks. Then I used a glossy clear coat for the handles. So today is the moment of truth. We are going to see if this copper looks good. Okay, so this was a journey. I used all kinds of tools. The scraping tool was okay. It cut too deep. I got serious with this thing and that started working. Vacuumed it up, but this is when it got real, and I'm so upset that I do not have this footage, but I poured the rubbing alcohol onto the drawer and then I used that big tool, that big scraping tool, and it was so easy, and I thought I was recording and I wasn't. But I do have a dresser coming up that has the felt inside of it, and I will be sure to show you. I was so mad because this was so satisfying and I did not get it on camera. But this is a bit satisfying. Yay! Look what has come in today! Look what has come in! Can you guess what it is? It's my wallpaper! Well, it's the drawer liner! And it is handmade, I believe, or made to order at least. And it's by a company I found on Etsy called Chauvet Wallpaper. And I cannot wait to show you what it looks like, and I cannot wait to see it in person, because let me tell you, obviously this dresser has not been a quick flip. It has not been an easy flip. I have learned so much from it, and I wasn't gonna splurge. I was just going to get it out of here, and trust me, I want to get it out of here. But it turned out really pretty, I think, and I just can't do anything subpar, you know? Like, I was like, I know this is expensive. I'm getting a lot more than I need, but it was just worth it. When I saw it, I was like, that's perfect. It's perfect for this. So I'm gonna try to get as much as I can get for this dresser, but the work that, you know, the final result is way more important than, you know, saving money and making the most money, because I've already learned so much from this project. And that's worth way more than any amount I'm gonna get for this dresser on Facebook Marketplace. And, you know, even if I don't break even, I'm just happy that I went with this. But let's make sure that I am. So let's see what it looks like. Let's roll it out. Oh man, this is looking scary because it looks different from what I saw on Etsy. Oh, it's getting, this is the part that I want to work with, more purple. Let's get this down. Okay, there's another sheet underneath. My Lord, please let this be a little different. Okay, this is sheet 1. I don't know. Okay, I think sheet 2 will be better. So I'm going to slide this over. I'm gonna roll this one out so we can see together what this is going to look like. Yeah, I think it's still gonna look good. It's just a lot more, I mean, it does say when you order it, it's not like gold foil, you know? Which if it were more metallic, I think I would love it more. I think this is gonna, I'm looking at the dresser. I know you can't see it yet, but I'm looking at the dresser and I think this is gonna be cool. I wanted something abstract, you know? Like I couldn't find a floral print that just matched this vibe. And I think once it's in there, I think it's gonna be cool. We're gonna use it anyways because there's no returns. and it's gonna look cool. It's gonna be artistic. It's gonna give the dresser that now looks very sophisticated yet, you know, like unique with the colors. But I think it's gonna give it a sophisticated, or add a little splash, you know, of creativity and excitement to the interior. So whoever gets this dresser presents themselves sensually and sophisticated, but inside they're having a party. And that's what this is going to say. So let's do it. Okay, I'm going to protect this table because I am going to try to use my X-Acto knife. So I'm going to put this cardboard here. Next, I am going to lay this wallpaper out, seeing the sides I want to use, and I am going to lay this right on top. And now I think I'm getting the most bang for my buck. I can likely get 2 of these. Okay, so instead of measuring these squares, measuring the inside of this is the easiest way that I have found to do this. If you know of a better way, please help a woman out. This is straight already, so I'm gonna cheat this part to line this up with a straight edge. And now these have lips, so I'm gonna ignore that because it's still gonna be much bigger than what I really need because I'm lining out the box, the outer edge of the box. So taking into account that really I'm gonna have at least this much more paper than I actually need. And now I'm gonna use my X-Acto. Okay, do you see how much bigger than what we need, right? This could cover the whole thing. And down, you can see we're gonna be like, I wouldn't say wasting it because it's so much easier, so it's worth it, but we're going to be using a lot more paper than we actually need. You know what I mean? All this is gonna get cut off. But this is way easier than measuring, and I'm not great at that yet, which is kind of scary because I want to start working with wood. All right, but let's go for it. I am going to peel this away. This is peel and stick. You can choose your option with that company. All right, I'm going to put this down. Okay, just kind of do this. Some of it's not off. Okay, let's go with, just take it off. Sure, there's a wrinkle in there. I'm just taking this off. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. Just gonna put this down there. I'm gonna definitely want in more of the purple. I should peel the other side first, but like that. Oh, this is the straight edge over here on the purples, so let me get as much of this down. the first try laying it down, and that is just not where I am. Alright, we did it. It was not perfect, was it? But it is done. And I have 5 more times to practice and get it right. Alright, I'm here along the edge. I'm going to do this very carefully. Okay, let's see what come off. Can you see this? Ta-da! Nice. Oh, so much easier. Now look at her. She looks fabulous. So pretty. So, oh wow, gorgeous. Oh, you can see the wrinkles in this light. You can't see them when they're down like this. Let me try to get them out. And it's not like they'll see them like that, but you and I know. Secret's out. I am not perfect. I am not a master. I am not a pro. I am just a student. I'm going to leave it alone because if I keep messing with it, I'll rip it and that will be even worse. Let's see if we don't even have to really cut this one as much. When you put this in here, plenty of room. Do the same thing this time. See, you're trying to wrinkle and I don't accept it. Not at this point. Oh my God. So this was really frustrating. I'm gonna try it from the corner this time. I see people doing it from the corner. I'm going to try it from the corner this time. And yeah, it got dark. I went on a walk. I was stressed out. I went on a walk. I've done 2 drawers. Now I have 4 more to go. I can figure this out. I'm going to try it from the corner. Okay, maybe what I need to do from here is just peel it. Now that I have it in the corner, just peel it off. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like the right thing. She just did it so easily in the video that it was like, kind of like, so fast, you know? I'm using a brand new magic eraser because I don't want to chance it. I have been wanting to go all the way around these, to wallpaper all the way around the sides too. Oh, should have caught this before. I thought I did. What is that? I think I've got to get this off with. Oh, I've got this stuff. I thought I got. Okay, I'm gonna do this in real time. Hopefully, one more time. I need to crack this coat. I'm gonna start from the same corner because that worked well for me. And then I'm gonna figure out, should I just go straight across all the way? this one wants to start off with wrinkles. Okay. I see you. But that is scary because look, it's falling short over here. So no. How can someone be so bad at this is what I want to know. Oh my god. I'm not gonna cry. Putting my ponytail back in. This is too low. It's very hard on my back right now. It's very hard on my back. Okay, is this okay? Kind of. I think that's just a permanent wrinkle. Deal with it, right? Maybe what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I should go from this side, the short side. I'm just thankful that this wallpaper is this forgiving, this abstract that you cannot see it. You cannot see these wrinkles. So I just want to show you what I'm talking about when I'm cutting with the X-Acto knife. I'm just cutting here and not worrying about the lip. I'm letting this drawer face hang over. And now I'm just going to cut along here and I'll have perfect pieces for 2 of them. My final 2. Yay! I did it. So I have this perfect sheet available and then a whole other full sheet in there for who knows what, but I'll find something. It's so pretty. I'm gonna try this time going from the shortest length. So starting with the corner piece. I'm not gonna lie, that was like, at least it was more peaceful. Just pushing it down in the center and then making sure I had plenty of extra on this side. I think this is the problem. It's the paper. It's like the backing paper. But if I don't take it, but if I take it all off at once, it's So my final one, I actually did do it a lot easier. It wasn't perfect, but I did take the whole entire paper off and start in the corner, and it was so much better. And of course, I did not film it. Finally, it was time to do the legs. So I just felt like the copper looked so good on the handles, but the whole dresser just needed a little more copper to tie it all in. So here I am, taping it up, getting it ready, and I was so nervous to spray paint this, so I hand painted it. And it ended up looking really runny and just sloppy. So this did not turn out the way I want it to be. It's just dark, you know, I can see some streaks. I don't know if you can see them in the camera. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sand it off. I'm gonna use that bin primer spray paint, shellac, and then I'm gonna spray the copper on. And this is not my idea, this is Jason's idea, and I'm really scared to do it. So if it messes up, it's his fault. So I really don't have much to lose. But I mean, at this point, I just need to try it, you know, because I want it to pop. I want to see if like the white primer is underneath it, if it would show up much more brighter and metallic, kind of like the handles. We'll see. Oh man, that came on strong. If I would have thought about it being done that quickly, I would have. I don't know. Let's see. Let's let it dry. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try it. Please turn out. This is what I was looking for. Kind of bubbly there, but that's okay, right? Is it too bubbly? certainly shows up a lot lighter, which is what I wanted. Brighter. And the other side, yeah, it's still bubbly. Maybe it'll chill out. Oh, I want to be done. I want to be done with it. All right, we'll see. 30 minutes. Nice enough, right? One to go. Noise. Ready? Is it nice?
Yep.
Ish. Thank you so much for still watching my video. I had no idea that this dresser was gonna be what it was. I thought it was gonna be a quick flip, but it was the total opposite. But now that I'm finished, finally, I feel happy that it did take as long as it did, and it was so challenging because I learned so much more than I ever thought I was going to. And I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's not perfect, but it certainly made progress. And for me, you know, being at this stage of the game, I'm really proud of it. So before I show it to you, let's talk about this thing. So it all started with this kind of spraying, just like hammered, you know, but the box, I looked at the box and I was like, oh, well, it's not a paint sprayer, it's a stainer. And I looked it up on chat and ChatGPT, and it said, yeah, these two things are different. But this ended up spraying better, in my opinion, than these did, you know. But that being said, would I use this again? Absolutely, I'm going to. There's a lot of furniture. And at this point, I think it's more about my skill level and ability than it is about the tool. And you know, it could also be that this drill is a hammered drill, hence the hammered finish. But I watched a video with a guy way more advanced than me, and he tried two different, he tried a regular drill and he tried a hammered drill, and he got the same finish. So that being said, you know, I'm gonna just keep using it and keep trying, and hopefully you follow along with me and we come to the same conclusion together, which hopefully would be that it works great, I work great, and everything looks great, right? But anyways, I'm really excited to show you this final result. Thank you so much again for just sticking with me and watching this process. Hopefully it made you feel hopeful in some sort of way that you can do this too, a lot easier than I can. But I had a lot of fun, and I'm thankful that I get to share it with you. So before I show her to you, let's just remind you of what she looked like one more time. And so without further ado, here she is. I'm so thankful you watched this video. Consider liking and subscribing, and check this one out.